For this episode of Piccadilly Talks, Sharon Burnett joins us. She is the Deputy Executive Director of the Overseas Examinations Commission. How are you doing?
I'm doing fairly well today, thank you.
We're very happy to have you. We want to have a conversation about career planning, how important it is to plan. How early should we begin to plan for our careers, do you think?
It's a difficult thing. Do you really want to start thinking about your career from you're young? You probably just want to find what makes you happy. What would you like to do that will bring you fulfillment? And sometimes you don't want to coach it in terms of a career. It sounds so final, as if that's where you're going to end up. And you're stuck there for the rest of the time.
If you could provide 3 effective strategies for career planning when the time comes that it's important to now make that plan, what are 3 important or effective strategies for career planning?
Well, I think first of all, you need to know what it is that will make you happy. I think that's the most important thing. That you also need to see whether or not that thing that you think will make you happy is really the sort of thing you're prepared for, yeah? Because you can't start planning your career at the end of your high school life. By that time, you are on the path, and perhaps you would have been positioning yourself in a way that there are some options available to you. You don't just want to pigeonhole one thing, because sometimes you say, that's what I want, and this is what I'm going to need to get there. And when you get there, there's a roadblock. What do? You have to be able to pivot, yeah? So you give yourself some options. So when you're planning, don't narrow yourself down too much. Give yourself a couple of options. What are the things you like? What are the things that make you happy? And what will probably help you to have a successful life, a happy life?
You are, the Deputy Executive Director. You're at the helm of an important organization that helps people to prepare for those careers. Did you think this would be your own career?
Absolutely not.
Oh my.
I think when I was a child, I wanted to be a mother.
Oh.
It didn't happen.
That's such a distinguished career for one to think of.
Honestly, I had no aspirations for a career. And I became a teacher quite by chance. And from teaching, I ended up at the Overseas Exams Commission. Probably is a natural progression, if you think about it. But no, I did not see myself here at all.
What is it that happened along your pathway, especially as it relates to your certifications, that qualified you now for this important position that you have?
So here's the thing. When I was in high school, I had a teacher who felt that she should challenge her children. So from when I was in grade 8, we did exams. You've never heard of this. The JSC. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it.
Oh, okay.
It was a distant tale told of a time long before me.
Long before. Well, back in those days, I got 13 of them.
13 JSCs.
Oh, yes. And so by the time I was in 5th form, and my friend's sister went to college, and I asked for a form, I got into college before I even sat O-levels.
So even then, though, it shows that certification, giving yourself those wide options, was an important part of the success you've had in your career.
Absolutely.
There's some young people nowadays who don't believe that there's value in certification of that kind, that they can have a couple thousand followers and have an established career with no care anymore for certification. Having had your experience and from where you sit now, what would you say to that kind of thinking?
There is value in moving with the times, but there also is value in making yourself ready for anything that will happen. Certification is the best way to do that, because that way you're not at the whims and fancies of the social media world. You have a piece of paper that has credentials, that has value, and that will take you through, several doors. Just being the most popular person, the most liked person on Instagram so I'm not well schooled in those things. Yes. That'll do for a little. But you got to be able to translate that. You can't be the same person all that. You have to grow. Growth takes in sometimes more qualifications, more experiences. So you have to really challenge yourself to give yourself the opportunity to qualify for options that may not be readily available to you now. Yeah? You can't just wing it.
Yes. It's the idea that success happens when preparation meets the opportunity, and certification is one of those ways that you prepare for opportunities. Here at the OEC, there are several options for preparation for those kinds of opportunities, and we've spoken about some before. Tell us a little bit more, outside of the CXCs that are proctored here, what other opportunities are available for young people to consider for the careers of today?
Okay. So nowadays, everything is computer-based. And so in the post-secondary unit that we have at the overseas exams, we have opportunities for hundreds of career paths in IT, in all sorts of things. I can't even list them for you. When I joined this organization back in the day, the options you had after secondary school was to come and do LLB through the University of London, to do LCCI, which was a commercial, and to do City and Guilds. You didn't hear about other non-CXC opportunities. Now, you can study online to do anything. You can come here and you write examinations on the computer in any area. We have Pearson VUE that have hundreds of qualifications attached to it. We do exams through the ACCA. We do exams to help you to get to Canada if you want, because they want you to come. All right, you have to pass that exam to go. We have so many options now for the young person who is just free and willing to try anything. We do have options for you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing sharing the perspectives and the opportunities that are available to young people. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Sharon Burnett. She's the Deputy Executive Director of the Overseas Examinations Commission. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode.
Thank you for having me.
Benefits of career planning, very critical that one works out the roadmap to what they want to do. And what that does for an individual is it prepares you for whatever industry you want to enter. So one of the things that it's going to do, it's going to give you flexibility, because in your research, you're going to be learning about the things that align with your own desires. So flexibility and adaptability are critical components and benefits of career planning. That's really fundamental. Another thing I like to talk about when you're talking about career planning is the whole concept of getting that job that best suits and aligns with your own personality type. And that's critical when you're talking about career planning. And of course, we have to talk about money. So you are able to research the industry that pays best, the industry that is current, and also you get to look on the deviations. You look on where technology is going, on which careers in the future will not be sustainable. And so you're going to be choosing a career path that is sustainable. Right. So continuous learning is fundamentally critical to your own career path. It allows you to be flexible. It allows you adaptability. It allows you to keep your job, because persons who are coming into your industry new with current information would be a step ahead of you. So your own continuous learning is going to put you in a position to change careers, to improve, to adapt to the changes that are coming into your industry. And so, again, as Albert Einstein says, if you stop learning, then it means that you're dying. And so that's critical to your success, to continue learning in your industry.